I imagine a lot of people listening might hear you, Cliff, say that, oh yeah, just go into the dining hall and approach a group of 7 people, man. Like just do it. Like I think that's a scary thing for most people. Was it like scary for you at the start, or are you the kind of person who's just,
No, you practice. So like anything else, it's a muscle. Back to Tim Ferriss. I don't drink, and I knew I didn't want to drink in college, and so when I read the 4-Hour Workweek, he had a section called Comfort Challenges. I thought it was so profound. And so I was like, well, I don't want to have any social inhibitions while other people are using liquid courage. I want to build real courage. So I did all the comfort challenges. I would go into a Starbucks and I'd lie down on the ground for like 5 minutes and not move. I would go to a cashier and I'd ask for 15% off my coffee. I would go to a mall and I would like force myself to ask for the number of every person who passed by. My favorite one, though, is one that I invented after listening to How to Make Friends and Influence People, where he has an entire chapter about smiling. I do this all the time, which is if I'm walking in an airport or on the street, I'll make eye contact with every stranger and I'll flash a smile in their direction. And my goal is to get them to smile back. And 80% of the time they do. But the cool part about it is physiologically, if I force myself to smile, I'm actually subconsciously becoming happier. And then they're smiling for real. And then because they're smiling at me for real, I smile bigger. And so I just, out of nothing, created more happiness for me, more happiness for them. And I created this interaction with a random other person. So that's the easiest way to start. And so what I recommend doing is just come up with some comfort challenges for yourself and just start to practice them. And I actively did this the summer before I got to college. And I viewed this idea of going up to random strangers' tables as additional practice. It's not a natural thing for anybody. It's just something that you have to practice. And if you practice it, you'll get good at it like anything else.
Yeah, one interesting point about a bunch of these like social interactions is to remember the asymmetric like risk or benefit.
Yeah.
Right? I think it's just like, the downside is not that much, but the upside can be huge.
Yeah, I think to a large extent, like in all areas of our life, the default is to kind of look at how other people are doing it and kind of just go along with that. But I think there's something about the domain of socializing that makes it feel borderline illegal to just like do this kind of stuff. Like, no, surely someone's gonna stop me if I just go and sit down with them. Yeah, I think like interacting with strangers is, usually the highlight of my day when it does happen. But yeah, for some reason, like it feels like a very strange thing. Like in London on the Underground, if you make eye contact with someone, that's almost a hate crime, basically.
They're going to call the police at some point.
You're not supposed to make eye contact with anyone. But I think everyone kind of feels that way by default. But everyone does actually like interacting with strangers. So, yeah, I think we just got to try and get out of the...
It's a friend you haven't met yet, right?